Good afternoon, Chainguard fans, and welcome back to a uniquely sunny day here in San Francisco, California. We are tearing through our programming at Chainguard Assemble. My name is Savannah Peterson, here with the most vibrant of my analyst co-hosts, Jackie McGuire. Jackie, you've absolutely nailed it today. Did your first solo just a second ago.
I feel so
proud.
Grown up.
You are so grown up. You belong on the stage, girl. Such a natural. Also, speaking of naturals, I could tell he was a natural when he sat down with me. Shaun McDonnell, thank you so much for taking the time, a little unexpectedly, to talk to us about your role, about being a customer of Chainguard's, and what's going on at Shift5. Just to get us warmed up, y'all do some pretty important things at Shift5 in terms of national security. I realize you can't tell us all the details as much as we might like them. Just give us a little overview of the types of things you're responsible for.
Sure, well thanks for having me. I always like to be in front of a camera. No, I'm just kidding, I really don't. But I like to talk about Shift5, I like to talk about Chainguard. So Shift5, we protect, we help protect the Department of Defense and our United States weapons systems. We are a cybersecurity company. We make our own hardware, our own software that goes on very important vehicles that are used to defend the United States, and we make sure that they are protected from all sorts of different things that could happen to them out in the field. So it's we are a startup as well. I think we're on our 5th year.
Congratulations.
So, thanks. Yeah.
You're starting to tip over establishment at that point. You're
yes,
5 in a startup.
That's
you know,
true.
You've got a little more trust in the system.
Sure, that's true. That's exactly right. You nailed it. You understand.
I do. Yeah. Recovering startup tears over here, both of us. So we very much empathize. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Securing that, and I can imagine a lot of compliance, a lot of things you have to make sure are secure and in line to get that level of trust within the federal government and public sector. How do you go about ensuring the security of the products that you're deploying out in those conditions?
That's exactly like one of the reasons I'm here. Is that, so our company's full of excellent software engineers. We're innovators. We're doing things like that are really important, or at least that feel very important, like protecting weapon systems. And so compliance, if you ask any of our engineers, can feel like a waste of time, all right? Because we could be doing, creating better methods and better functions for protecting these systems. And so that's why we use a company like Chainguard, for example, where they will basically send us a base architecture, a base which we call container images, that will help us be compliant. Not only that, but when we first talked to them, I introduced to them this concept of STIGs, Security Technical Implementation Guides. It's basically a document the government gives you and says, do this, right? And it wastes our time, but for good reason. For good reason, Mr. Government.
The government wastes time.
Yes, but it's important, and so they also, after I talked to the Chainguard about it, they said, we can do that too, and sure enough, now all the base container images that we purchased from them come with STIGs already in place. To give you a bit of idea of how that works, so we had basically 2 people theoretically working full-time, on just getting rid of making our container images secure. Now, we have 0 hours dedicated to making our container images secure. So we've freed up 2 headcount to make our weapon systems more safe.
That's huge.
Yeah, huge, definitely, yeah.
Given the sensitivity of what you do, being able to understand what's in your open source stack, what's in your containers is probably critical, so that I think remediating a vulnerability if you're a retail company is important. But I'd imagine given what you do, there's significantly more nation state actors looking to exploit those things.
Right.
And it's a table stakes, not necessarily a nice to have.
Right, for sure. And the more time we can spend defending against that, writing software, creating hardware that defends against that, the better. And the less time we spend making sure, compliance is important, security is important. We want to have the most secure code, as possible when we release it to the government. But to be able to partner with a company like Chainguard to help us do that so that we can innovate is so important.
So how long have you been partnering with Chainguard?
I'd say we're getting close to about a year now.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, the first time I remember I literally Googled secure base image, and Chainguard was the first, and I was like, here's a whole company dedicated to
just
just
a shout out to the marketing team on the SEO and discoverability there.
Well done,
key.
yeah, right. And so, for sure.
That's 4,000 engineering hours. You said you have two engineers that no longer have to do that. That's 4,000 hours.
It exactly is, and it was so easy. Once that math came into the reason I was asking for the purchase, once that, it was easy. It was like, yeah, sure, sign away, And sure, go to California and talk about it, and so things like that. So it's really, really important to us in that way. So.
Yeah.
So what do you, when you're working with Chainguard, what sort of peace of mind does that give you? I mean, you mentioned the secure container images. How important is that peace of mind when you're deploying a new update, say, to this hardware, firmware, whatever it might be in these environments?
It's very important. And not only that, it's peace of mind, but it's also, they're so good at what they do, we don't have to think about it that much.
Oh, so saving on the cognitive load there, too. I mean, even just beyond the man hours, it's that, we don't have to.
It's a stress reliever. Like, we have a lot, it can be a stressful position to, like, again, you want to make sure that the software that is protecting these weapon systems, that's protecting the government, is secure itself, right? So to have that peace of mind, like you said, but also to kind of like, it becomes something that used to be so important, become a passing thought, huge.
So the continual updates, we've talked to several people, just to reiterate, because they're constantly updating, this has just become part of your daily routine. It's not, okay, we have to stop everything for a week, everybody needs to focus on this, so that it really has just operationalized that piece of security for you.
It has, for sure,
That's amazing.
And believe me, there are new ones almost every day, and so Chainguard gives us the ability to automate those deployments. So again, just a passing thought. So.
I love that. What do you hope to be able to do now with that time saved, that cognitive load decreased, and that peace of mind to continue to serve such a unique and challenging customer?
To provide more value to our customers then. Like, now we've taken care of the issue of making sure things are secure on our side. Now let's put some code in place that protects our customer, the Department of Defense, and others, even more so.
I love that. Well, you're certainly making me feel more secure sitting here and feeling safe about our department. I don't know about you, Jackie, but I'm feeling good about the folks that are contributing in this very convoluted world.
I can hardly container myself.
Oh, well played.
You've been waiting all day.
I have. I've been holding on to that one all day.
I mean, that's a dad joke, and like, well played. I mean, I got nothing.
Are you a dad?
I have 5 kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Would you like to say hi to your kids right now?
Hi, kids.
Dad's on TV.
I'm on TV.
That's what I tell my kids. I tell them I'm on
It's very
TV.
cool, yeah. 2 of them are in college. Like, they're all older now, so I get to work really hard on protecting the government. So.
Yeah. You
we took care
protect
of
the
them.
family.
That's right,
Yeah. Well, in turn, you actually continue protecting all of us by the hard work.
Yeah, there is like
that
this.
You're doing.
This is the first job I've ever had in the public sector, and there is this, like, you feel like there is a greater value in this sort of job. I'm not trying to dismiss, people who do other things, but it does have this feeling of like a larger purpose here. So for sure.
That's what I love about security, is that you find that people come from opposite ends, or the whole spectrum, a lot of times very opposite ends, but that shared objective, we all come together at the end of the day. And
that's
I feel
right.
like that, every time I get around security people, it kind of restores my faith in humanity. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, we do all just try to find a common outcome.
Right. And I think open source does that. We're all using it. We use it. And so there's a common ground there that you want to make that better. And there are people out there, as we've seen with incidents like the XZ incident, where people want to make it worse. They want to get inside of it. And so we have to protect against that. And I mean, what better way to get access to a system than through the security software on it, right? And so Chainguard makes sure that doesn't happen. So.
What is, just because you brought it up, what is the perception in the public sector of open source software? Are people weary when you use it? Do they know that it's a thing that's normal at this point?
I'd say, I've only been in this industry for 3 years, and so I can't answer for sure. I'd say initially it started off as weary, but they're kind of realizing that is where the industry is going. I think they see the benefits of it too. When everything is open so you can see it, you can see everybody's mistakes, right? And you can fix everybody's mistakes. The downside is other people can go in there and try to, but that's why we have companies like Chainguard and Shift5, for the examples, to make sure that we'll look out for that as well. So.
I love it. Well, Shaun McDonnell, it has been a sheer joy to have you on here.
Thank you. It's
You
fun.
were made for camera. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
All right, this is going to kick off my acting career, so finally.
It certainly
good hair.
is.
Another good hair.
You've had a lot of good hair.
All of our guests have had really good hair today.
You have great hair today, too.
It's a requirement, baby. I don't.
I love it, Shaun. Well, thank you again.
Thank
I know
you.
this was a little bit last minute, but
problem.
it's very exciting to hear what you're doing at Shift5, and it makes a lot of sense why you're working with partners.
Thanks for having me. I
Like
appreciate it.
Chainguard. Anytime. We'd love to have you on the show. And thank you, Jackie, for bringing the hair and the insights all day long. I hope all of you are having a great hair day at home, wherever you might be watching. We're here in San Francisco, California at Chainguard Assemble. My name is Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.